Tolga, вам слово.
Thank you, Yulia. Salam, everyone. So I am very excited and honored to be with you today, and I very much appreciate the efforts of PMI Kazakhstan chapter and inviting me to speak in the biggest event of the chapter today. So although we are in social distancing, indeed we are very much close now socially, but apart physically. So I don't like this social distancing term. We are physically in distance, but socially close, I think. Hope we will overcome the pandemic situation very soon and meet face to face in several occasions. Till that time, let's get benefit of this digital world and before. I am Tolga Ozel, PMI region mentor in European region, supporting all the chapters in Eastern Europe, including Kazakhstan chapter. Also, I am a project program and portfolio management practitioner in digital transformation, technology, telecom, and media domain. So today, I will talk about interaction of project economy and digital world. And also we will assess what kind of capabilities and skills we need to turn ideas into reality. So first of all, I want to send my recognition for the creators, innovators, and operators of digital technologies in fight with COVID-19 pandemic. And the capabilities they develop and allowed us to use, allowed us to stay at home and still continue our life and slow down and the spread of the virus and reduce workload of healthcare system. If we faced, I believe if we faced this pandemic situation 10 years ago, our life would be much harder and we will be in very more difficult situation, I guess. Also, this pandemic situation has accelerated the innovation and development of digital capabilities as we are using it already, like online shopping, digital and contactless payments, work from home, distance learning, video conferencing as we are using now, and telehealth check, and online entertainment we are heavily using now, and high-speed internet access is very important at the moment, and all the operators are increasing their offerings to the customers with better pricing. And also fintech, all the banks, all the financial institutions are providing digital solutions because the customers are not able to go offices, or if offices or branches of the institutions. So these are corona pandemic at the moment, and those capabilities we are using. So let me give some brief description of the digital world. So digital world is mainly described, by the technology evolution. So the fundamental source of the digital world is fast evolution in technology. And this technology is accessible to public widely. With mobile internet access, smartphones, and high-speed internet connections, we are able to work, do shopping, communicate with others, access to information instantly. So we cannot imagine a life without internet. Even next generation doesn't know about a life without internet, right? Also, impact of technology to individuals. Besides impact to individuals, the technology evolution has also transformed business industries a lot. Another aspect of the digital world is innovation. A very important factor for the digital world. And the innovation is creating the digital world, and also digital world help innovation is acceleration of the innovation. In digital world, we are seeing the ability to quickly test our offerings and products, and we develop prototypes much more less cheaper or less costly, and provide to our customers for their feedback. So this fast learning and quick product deployment is the main attribute, main characteristics of the digital world and innovation. Another characteristics of a digital world is the disruptions. Digital capabilities has transformational impact and create disruption in many markets and industries. This impact is not only because of technology. In fact, it is also innovation, which use technology as leverage, is the source of disruption. The disruption, in fact, exists all the way in history. So we have many milestones like industrial age, machine power, many such milestone in history for innovation. But today, with digital world, innovation is faster than ever. Also, digital work produce a lot of data, a big amount of data, and storage of this data, processing and security of this data also a matter for digital world. And together, some analysis from the data is also a new expertise area, like data science or big data methodologies is a new expertise area in the digital world. In digital era, we also observe the construction of the value chains. So value chains are being deconstructed, business architecture are transforming, and the players of the industry and the way how they deliver value to the customer are changing, and how competitors, suppliers and players from different industries interact each other are changing and impacting the way of business. So in fact, digital solutions now easily can join the value chain, existing incumbent value chains, like Uber can join the value chain of taxi business, like Booking.com join hotel and tourism value chain, like Delivery Hero or Yandex Food to restaurant value chain. So digital solutions are integrating or entering to the value chain. So there are many local and global examples of this in digital era. Another point is the startups. In digital world, startups are in fact creating a solution, focusing on a specific problem and creating solution for this problem faster. Therefore, there is an ecosystem around the startups, like investors, states, and other innovators are around the startup ecosystems, mentors, to support them, to help them for the innovation. This is another aspect of digital work. All over, this world is described as VUCA world, which is volatile, uncertain, complex, and with ambiguity. So these are the main characteristics of digital world that we are living together now together. We mentioned technology is the main driver of the digital world. Exponential increase of processing power, communication bandwidth, increase of storage capacity are the technological foundation of today's digital world. This allows us to store more data, process more data, and transfer data faster. And this technology is also on the edge. We can use it with our handheld device, but main benefit is we are able to access this technological power through cloud technologies. On top of this, we have software industry, which leverage this computational power and provides software solutions. In fact, all these components of this world, evolve by complementing to each other. So processing power, storage power, and the data access speeds are evolving and complementing each other. Also, digital world can be defined as the government, the business, and social life running on this technology. So today, all our tools, digital tools that we are using, are running on this technology. Also, as you see, we are consuming digital content. In fact, we are consuming time and money in digital platforms. And this very famous internet 1-minute diagrams published yearly show us where we are using this time and money in digital world. So as you see also in below graphs, after pandemic started, so we use a lot, we use a lot of these capabilities to entertain ourselves, to get news, to communicate each other, and to learn from these technologies, through these technologies. Another interesting result from COVID-19 pandemic. So the tool we are using at the moment is Zoom. Now is the market capital is now more than top 7 biggest airlines. This is the value end of mid of May. In fact, today it is much higher. So this shows that digital technologies may replace existing capabilities very quickly. So we stop flying, but the need for communication or traveling is supported by digital technologies. So this is, can we call this a disruption or substitution? So we will see this in hope in a short while. But from my perspective, so these digital capabilities will take most of this need of traveling, for example. Maybe business travels will be less from now on, but maybe travels for tourism purpose will still remain. So this kind of impacts also occurring during pandemic period. There are also technologies rolling out at the moment, new technologies, like 5G networks are rolling out, Internet of Things are rolling out. Artificial intelligence is booming at the moment. Blockchains are, I think, will be game changer. Currently, we are mainly using in the cryptocurrencies, but will have more impact in the future, coming recent future, I think. Additive manufacturing, quantum computers, robots, augmented and virtual reality, drones, autonomous vehicles are already coming into our life. And those new technologies are emerging and started to enter our life, really. These technologies will create, in fact, new opportunities, innovations, and also disruptions, for sure. For example, when I consider using autonomous vehicles, so we will gain a lot of time from the driving, right? So this is very disruptive or result of the autonomous vehicles. In fact, these technologies also will be our subject. I mean, our subject means the subject of the projects in next 10 years. So we will be dealing, these technologies will be part of our projects. We will either implement, we will either use as capability to innovate, to create other solutions. So the subject of the projects will be these topics in near future. Even today, started today. I will go into details of some of them. Networks are considered one of the largest market opportunities in the coming years. With large-scale network rollouts of and also rapid adoption of 5G devices and services. 5G, in fact, will not only grow the telecom industry, also will impact other industries such as automotive, entertainment, computing, and manufacturing. With high throughput, high data speeds and low latency, 5G is also promising high value areas like 3D robot control, virtual reality monitoring, and remote medical control and operations. Those areas are the problems that today technologies cannot address yet. So as you see in 2023, 1 billion 5G connections is forecasted, and also $5 billion market value is forecasted by 2027. Another domain is Internet of Things. So in 90s, Internet was connecting computers. Later started to use communication of people. And today it is started to be utilized for the communication of things. And for now, very few use cases are implemented. With the deployment of 5G networks, we will use more cases. We will see more use cases are implemented, and we connect more things to internet. And especially with the advent of artificial intelligence, we can expect to see different applications of Internet of Things. Also, as economic-wise, 10% of increase of connected things is forecasted to increase GDP by 0.7%. Artificial intelligence, in fact, autonomous devices, is the potential to increment and add 16% to the economy by 2030. This is annual average contribution to productivity growth of about 1.2% till 2030. So there are several use cases, like understand product sales drivers, such as competition prices, distribution, optimize price points, predict some client behavior, like understand product attributes, using employee hiring process, HR processes. So there are many use cases of artificial intelligence already studied, and I think the first implementations are out in the market. So blockchains currently it's being implemented for the cryptocurrencies mainly. But I believe this will be a game changer in the future, especially it will change the whole internet, I guess, because it brings another trust to the network. And with the distributed ledger network, each transaction we can control by smart networks, and currently those blockchains are mainly closed and for specific purpose, implemented for specific purpose. But in the future, it will. There are studies to connect blockchains to each other. So here in this slide, you see Cosmos, in the Internet of Blockchains, is the idea to connect blockchains. So when this is achieved, so it will disrupt internet a lot. So as you see, there are many new technologies arriving, and also business are shaping around these technologies. Also, we should adapt our project management methodologies and approach to respond these changes, and also, in fact, not only to respond, also to innovate through projects. So while we are developing digital work, also we need to improve our capabilities for better project management. So I will go through some project management capabilities that we will need in this world. So project economy, in fact, PMI named clearly that our efforts in project management is for the economy. This is in fact naming of usual value of project management and strong branding by PMI. Projects were already being conducted to deliver economic and social value. Now, as a part of strategic transformation of PMI, this fact is named clearly and declared that supporting project economy as PMI's mission now. So the definition of project economy is the one in which people have the skills and capabilities they need to turn ideas into reality. So yes, we need skills and capabilities to turn our ideas into reality. So that's the point, that we need adaptation and innovation in project management. So in VUCA world, where disruption, uncertainty, and vulnerability is high, getting results with agility, innovation, and portfolio management is very critical now. And identifying failures very fast and learning from those is very critical for the success of the projects. We also observe projects and operations are getting closer to each other. Projects are expected to deliver innovations and changes, and operations are expected to adapt those changes. So in many ways, the organization projects in organizations projects are managed in very different titles, roles, and very different approach and methodologies. Whatever the title or methodology is applied, so the focus is to create financial and social value at the moment. So in maybe 5 years ago, we were talking about triple constraints, right? We were focusing on delivering projects in scope, on time, and within budget. So for success of projects, these criteria are not enough anymore. The new success criteria is successful value delivery and benefit realization. So to achieve this, we need to optimize risks and satisfy our customer expectation by focusing on added value work through portfolio management and generating benefits through program and project management. Also, PMI now about to publish new PMBOK version 7. So PMBOK version 7 also focusing on now value delivery. The 7th edition will change from process and knowledge area based to value delivery system. So there will be 12 principles which we rely on, which we will use. In fact, which we will refer always in our projects. And this shift in PMI methodology will also coming soon, and this PMBOK 7 will be released beginning of the year. Agility also an important aspect of digital work, and in parallel our project management practice. As you see, there are several methodologies in Agile domain. So practitioners work on developing new practices for better agility for team level and the scaling for the organizations. According to one study, so it is, as you see, like a metro lines, and it's very complicated or getting complicated. So it is in Agile domain, it is the finding your way is getting more complicated. So therefore, PMI also acquired discipline Agile, and now it's part of PMI. And in discipline Agile, it is more flexible, and it is suggested that teams can choose their way of working based on their realities, and apply most effective. I think Mike will present today about discipline Agile, so he will provide more details about discipline Agile. But main thing is Agile domain is getting complicated, getting more complex, which in fact when it is started, it is Agile for software development is in fact for simplification, but now especially when getting in the enterprise scale level, it is getting more complicated. So therefore we need more guidelines to find our way of working in the Agile domain. So individually, so we have already three dimension for project management defined by the PMI several years ago, like technical project management domain, leadership domain. Also, there are some additions to that one. Now we have PMTQ, so we need to ask PMTQ capabilities. What is PMTQ? It is project management technology quotient. In fact, this is about how we adapt technology in project management, how we implement, how we innovate using technology in our projects, and not only in our project management process, but also as an end product of the projects. Yes, when according to PASO Profession Survey 2020, so now organizational agility is important. Choosing right technologies to invest is important factor, and also securing relevant skills are key success factors, are identified as key success factors in project management. Also, as you see in our individual project manager skill set, digital skills are getting are introduced and getting more importance. Project management skills are still so important, but we have to adapt ourselves for the digital skills and develop ourselves in that area as well. So there are other domains that we can check and improve ourselves. For example, bridge the gap between strategy, design, and delivery. So bright line, PMI bright line principles. So this is, in fact, an important gap identified why strategy cannot be delivered, because strategy and delivery should coexist and cooperate together for the value generation. So there are defined principles by bright lines you can check. Design thinking is another aspect, another skill set we need to improve as project managers. So from requirement analysis, business analysis to generate products, we need to consider in a way of a design. Also, innovation process. There are several framework for innovation process. So we can, as project managers, we can leverage those frameworks to accelerate, and integrate with project management processes. Of course, digital transformation and maturity models are key to understand and to manage the digital transformation. So there are studies and work on this area. So project managers should know and involve and should develop skills for digital transformation as well. So there are industry-specific digital agendas like automotive industry, retail industry, construction industry. They have their own industrial agendas. So I suggest project managers to check those agendas and learn what are the strategies, what are the challenges, kind of skill set are required to achieve these agendas. Customer experience management is another topic that project managers should excel themselves, because projects are delivering value for the customer, and we create an experience for them. So project managers should learn about customer experience management, also user experience management. And entrepreneurship. So while we are working in enterprises or while we are doing our startup, so we need project management skills are required, and also entrepreneurship is required. So project managers should develop themselves as entrepreneurs as well. So cybersecurity is another topic maybe project managers should know, because this is really a big burden if it is not managed. So we have, in fact, as project managers, we achieved many innovations today already, but there are also more innovations in our way ahead, like AI optimized manufacturing, like energy transformation, like use of quantum computing, 5G based innovations, robots in retail, like environmental projects, carbon dioxide removal, use of AI in medicine development, and many more innovations. So the technologies, in fact, needed to innovate and differentiate to go beyond the foundational adoption of digital tools and concepts. I'm very excited to see pace and transformational potential that we are experiencing today. As project managers, we were always part of this change and transformation and innovation, and we will be part of, again, the upcoming innovations and change. But for the success, we need to develop ourselves, our organizations, for the capabilities of project management and on the required skill sets. So in my presentation, I try to explain what's at the moment, and also for project management point of view, what kind of capability we need to turn ideas into reality and to support project economy. So thank you very much for listening, and if you have some question, I can get an answer. Thank you.
Большое спасибо, Толга. Очень интересное выступление. Для меня мир вот этого всего, конечно, еще очень далек. Мне еще познавать и познавать, я думаю, как и многим другим моим коллегам. Скажите, пожалуйста, Толга, вот я вижу, допустим, основной риск в кибербезопасности все-таки с развитием всех этих новых технологий. Допустим, у нас в Казахстане было очень много скандалов, связанных с введением платформы Zoom в образование и прочие сферы, когда кибербезопасность была нарушена. Что делать? Какие антивирусы устанавливать?
So in fact, I am not an expert on cybersecurity domain, but I can say this is a big burden for the projects and products, because all our projects are now depending on the technology and producing technological solutions. So cybersecurity should be implemented in those projects, and the products should be verified with the cybersecurity point of view as well. For that, yes, we need experts in our projects. We need to involve them early in the process. Of course, there are technical tools and solutions. So which tools and solutions we need to implement for our final product. So we need to decide those. Yes, it should be now part of project work breakdown, I think.
Да, я с вами согласна. Толга, у нас есть еще время на один вопрос. Здесь в чате нам Алекс пишет достаточно расширенный вопрос, но касается это изменений, которые вводятся в экзамен PMP. Задам только один, и если возможно, Толга, хотели бы вас попросить потом